happens all the time. Okay, welcome everybody to Fast Track Fridays for the first time this week, right, Jordan?
Yeah,
Ooh, I totally did not mess up. Oh my god. Dude, I was blabbering on for like 5 whole minutes there. Woo! Welcome everybody. Fast Track Feedback Fridays is live, listening to your guys' music that you submit. I'm gonna give the whole intro again, okay?
Okay, you do that.
Okay, if you guys just don't know, I was talking for the last 5 minutes as if the live show was live, but I did not click a button, and so me and Jordan had radio voices and shit for 5 minutes, and it didn't connect, so I have to do it again. We are here this week with Jordan Kahn, aka Box Out. He is a, I guess, formerly local musician from Champaign, Urbana. That's where I'm located right now. He graduated recently. He's up in Chicago. He is a producer, vocalist, trash god rapper. What is it? Meme lord, TikTok legend. Jack of all trades, master of everything. Apparently, he has 300,000 monthly Spotify listeners. Absolutely insane. Love to see the growth from him. His hit is, I guess to his dismay because, and to mine because, there's a lot of other awesome tracks that he has. But his biggest track, I Just Want to Be the One You Love, with 18 million streams. 18 million, guys. Can you believe it? It's huge. And it's awesome. He recently just came out with a single called Alma. And that has been getting significant traction as well. I think it's at what, like 30? Is it 30,000 plays now?
27,000. Yeah, close to 30K.
Close to 30 in like the first couple of weeks, or is this like the first month now?
Yeah, it's been about a month and a half now.
Month and a half. True. Yeah, and I mean, he's gone on to 3 Spotify editorials, and it's like the first time that he's able to, successfully get onto the editorials, and that's something that we'd love to learn about for the kind of smaller musicians that are trying to learn how to do that themselves. So we're looking forward to hearing that. We're just gonna listen to the tracks. Josh is out on a road trip, so we love him, but we'll see him next week. And welcome again, Jordan. Sorry. How's your day?
It's been good. Good to be here. Good to listen to some tracks. Looks like we got a good lineup.
Yeah.
I've never done this kind of thing before, so I'm excited to hear what they got. And thank you for the glowing intro.
Yeah, dude. No problem. I gave it to you twice, bro. Maybe it's me, but Chris, your mic is echoing. Uh-oh. We got some issues here? Oh, you know what? I know why. Okay. I think I fixed it. Thank you, Jacob. All right, so you know what? Without further ado, I think I'm messing up the screen here. Do you want to go to the first track, Jordan? If you can click on that doc real quick. Let me know when you're all set up. In the meantime, I'll go ahead and introduce these guys. We have a little description that goes with them as well. Number 1, we have If by Cardboard Mind. This is a finished release, and they have a little description. So they say, "Hi, we are a duo from Transylvania." Transylvania, that's an actual place?
That's where the vampires are from.
I know that, but Transylvania.
Yeah, it's in Romania. It's a part of Romania, I think.
Oh, wow. For some reason, I thought it was in Pennsylvania.
I gotta look that up. Transylvania.
They make mostly experimental rock music. This is our debut single. It's a fun little tune. Hope you'll like it. Debut single. It's a finished release. Experimental rock music from the vampire country, Transylvania. You said it's in Romania? Did you find that out?
Yeah.
Dude, that's crazy. That's awesome. Are you guys, Cardboard Mind, if you guys are here, or once we send you this clip, are you guys from Champaign or Chicago? How'd you hear of us? Are you from Romania? Dude, that's awesome. But thank you for submitting, and we'll go ahead and play it. You ready, Jordan?
Yeah. All right.
All right. 3, 2, 1, play. Okay. If Cardboard Mind. Oh shit, dude. That's what I call love. Bones are breaking in the stress of making. Woo!
Vocals are killer.
Dude. Oh my god, dude.
It's crazy. This is their first single?
Yeah, what the fuck?
Vocal production is very, very good too.
Ooh, change up. Dude, these drums rock.
Yeah. If someone's doing the drums and guitar, that's crazy. Oh my god, what is this?
Dude.
I never heard anything like that before.
The guitar?
There was whatever that like little like it like twanged up and pitched for the second. That was crazy.
Woo! Go ahead.
Wow.
Woo!
Right out the gate.
Dude, that was fire.
Damn.
It's coming. It's rolling out here. Let's see if there's anything in the end. No, that was if Cardboard Mind. If I had a soundboard, I'd be. But fuck, man, that was freaking sweet. And actually, I do like a little pre-screening of every song, just like before, just to say like, oh, does this work? And like this one, like immediately caught my attention because of just how hard those guitars were. But, whew, that was an awesome song. Thank you, Cardboard Mind, for submitting that. Jordan, do you want to start off with the traffic light system here? We got. I can go ahead and just tell the people
Yeah.
What we do typically is we go through these more in detailed categories of feedback on the left here. We have vibes, content, and production, and then we go into the track total. Each of these little traffic lights here, we say green is good to go, meaning if we were producers working on this song or people helping you record it, we would say this is good to go, this is good to ship. We wouldn't do much to change it really. Develop would be, oh, maybe we would change some things in the mix, try it again. But redo there in the red is like maybe there's like a fundamental recording issue that we'd have to change. Um, so yeah, that's the kind of system we got here. And yeah, we'll go ahead and go vibes first. So Boxa, what do you think?
I think for vibes, I'm going green on this one. They
Yeah.
definitely brought the energy, the intensity that goes with this genre. I
Mm.
don't think you could have asked for anything more in terms of
Yeah.
vibes.
Yeah, this is like punk. This like kind of reminded me of like a punk kind of vibe. And Jacob Adrian in the chat says, "Yeah, the headbanging is real." I was gonna say for vibes, man, like this shit, I'm like moshing at a house show or something. I'm punching someone's face off. I love the vibe of this. The guitars, it's like very grungy, very kind of metal almost too. I don't know, but maybe
Yeah, it
not
was
like
like
hardcore metal,
alt
but
metal-ish. I mean, it was reminding me of bands that I could place a name on, like that I've
mm,
heard on the radio or my dad listening to, something like that. But like,
yeah,
absolutely nailed the vibe. I mean,
yeah.
no question about it.
Yeah, super fire. Um, so yeah, for me, I think vibe is green as well. What about content?
Content, I'm gonna go yellow because it feels like everything was there. You know, they
Yeah.
had all the parts. It was just like some of the lyrics could have used maybe a little bit of work.
Mm.
The vocal at times was like a little bit messy and out of place, even though the vocalist was insane,
Yeah.
going hitting those high notes and those long notes too. I mean,
Yeah.
I not hitting anything on this track. I just think it could be a little more polished
Yeah.
in terms of like the musical content.
Mm-hmm.
I also thought maybe the guitar solo was a little long. I know that like in general rock songs like tend to be a little bit longer and have super long guitar solos, but I think if
Yep.
you want to succeed in this day and age in music, you gotta condense it a little bit more because there's so much that people are listening to now
Mm.
that they don't really have time to listen to that much. So you kind
Yeah.
of gotta hit them with something really good and pretty quickly as well.
Yeah. Yeah. I agree completely on the arrangement side too. Yeah, I thought the solo it did take a little bit. I think what it was in the start, it was just a little too slow to start. And then yeah, it started ended up being a little bit too long. I'd also venture to say the part right after the solo, I don't think we really needed. Like, it was kind of just like a rehash of the beginning. And all the parts are really really solid. I think the guitars, specifically for me, I love drums. I could hear the detail in all of the fills really, really well. That's something that kind of stuck out to me. So I love that. Um, but yeah, I would have to say yellow as well. There's some arrangement things where, in this day and age, people's attention spans are probably not going to sit through the whole kind of song unless they really, really like it. Vocalist is super talented. Love that. Love the energy. You have the rare kind of combination of really, really infectious energy, skill, and yeah, I really enjoyed it. I would say also I'm a hip hop vocalist, and so I really kind of be a stickler on vocal processing. But I want to be able to hear the lyrics more, and I want to be able to hear the a vocal kind of be more in front and center, so I can kind of hear that. You have a distortion effect that's going on that's really good, but I feel like at times it's kind of being drowned out by everything else. So that's something that I would change if I was to like take another stab at the mix. I guess fuck. I was kind of leaning into production there. So Jordan,
Yeah.
do you have anything in terms of production?
I'm gonna go green with production in terms of
Hmm.
like a hard heavy metal rock punk track. The production was on point. The drums sounded right. The
Yeah.
guitar sounded right. The vocals sounded like how I expect rock and alternative vocals and punk vocals to sound. I honestly didn't have a problem with it being like drowned out a little bit because that's kind of like
Hmm.
how the genre is.
Yeah.
So I mean, there might be some tweaks here and there that you could do with like compression and EQing and all that, but like at the end of the day it's a solidly produced track. I'm gonna give it a green.
Got you. Got you. Yeah. Let me think what I would give it. In terms of the vocals, I could see why you would say it'd be like a genre specific thing for sure. Um, yeah, I think what I'm saying is probably mostly preference. I guess I would say, fucking me and Josh, we put three categories to be like simple, but we always make in between. So he has this color called chartreuse, which I guess is in between green and yellow. So that's what I would go for production. But yeah, that kind of sums up the detailed feedback. We have a track total here. What do you think, Box Out?
I'm gonna say this is a good to go track. Like if you were to play this at a house show, I wouldn't bat an eye. It sounds professional, very well done, super high energy. It's a great track. I would think, if you were to, I have to look at the thing closer again. If you were to say this was like
guys playing live too,
yeah,
insane.
I wouldn't say it's a top tier track. I think for a first track, it's fantastic. I mean,
it's ridiculous.
Yeah, ridiculously good for a first.
What the heck?
So,
dude, you know what my first track is? It's fucking deleted, man. It's not on any stores. There's no way you guys are gonna hear that. So, great work, man.
Yeah, seriously, I'd say this is good to go.
Yeah, and the energy, like you saw me bobbing my head. The chat saw me bobbing my head. You know how hard it is to listen to a song with headphones, man? Like my shit almost fell off. So I think it's a good to go as well. There's just like a couple things that I would change. Really, like I know that you guys released and you guys might want to like just go on to the next track. I have that mindset as an artist too, but maybe just take our advice with a grain of salt for future releases in terms of arrangement and stuff. But yeah, like this was super solid. This is a green for me. Great work, everybody. That was If Cardboard Mind. So yeah, we'll go ahead and pull up the next one, Jordan. This is Josh Abrams. Let me know. This has a little bit of a description too, so I'll go ahead and read that once I copy and paste the link here. We also got in the chat. They said, "Hey, how can I submitting?" Oh, this is Japanese. I can't read all of the kanji, but Yurika. What's up, Yurika? If you want to submit, we have the URL there, tinyurl.com/FastTrack Friday forum. Go ahead and type that into your browser, and it should direct you to a forum that you can submit your song. We're looking forward to hear it. Do you have it pulled up?
Yeah, I'm ready to go.
All right, so let me read the description here. So this is Josh Abrams, Without Me. It's a work in progress. So he said, "Thank you for taking the time to listen to my song. I really appreciate it." We appreciate the submission, Doug. This song was about a time when I was younger, insecure, in a not so good relationship, as are a lot of my songs. Facts. The lyrics are somewhat cheesy, but hopefully charming and innocent. I wrote them that way to reflect on the way I used to feel. That level of desperateness came from immaturity, and as such, the lyrics are also a little immature. Hey, but we haven't even listened to it yet. Hold on. Still, I think the song will resonate with a lot of people because despite how artificial the introduction sounds, the chorus, hopefully, raw, filled with electric guitars and acoustic drums, though, of course, they do have tons of filters and reverb because that stuff is fun and sounds cool. Anyway, I hope you enjoy the song, and please excuse the bad mixing job. I just sent it off to be mixed and mastered, but I still wanted to get some feedback while there is time to change things. I see. Okay, so, I mean, thanks for giving us the context of mixing and mastering because, we'll probably zone in on that because that's a lot of what we do. But yeah, we'll be looking at more so arrangement stuff that you can apply. But yeah, Box, are you ready?
Yep.
This is Without Me. 3, 2, 1. A booming bass.
I just wanna catch you when you fall. If you fall, won't waste any time at all. I give you my Tylenol, some rubbing alcohol. You are my everything. I promise you're my one true love, the only one who gives me hugs. Oh, I'll give you anything.
Change up.
One day I'll surely be walking down the street, so happy without me.
Who? Oh, Jordan.
Yeah.
Can you mute your mic real quick?
Yeah.
There you go. Wait, is there more?
No, I think there's some silence at the end.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Wait, is there more?
No, I think he probably. I do this all the time too. And I'll like export a track, and then there's like some little bit like 4 minutes in that I forgot to delete, and yeah.
Okay.
Actually, fun fact: one of my songs on Spotify accidentally has like a minute and a half of silence at the end. If you want to go look for that, I'm not telling you which one it is.
Which one is that? Oh, Jordan, did your mic seem like it got really loud all of a sudden? Did you change anything?
Oh, really?
Yeah. Just heads up.
Turn it down. Is that better?
Maybe a little bit more.
How's that?
Yeah, that sounds good. It might be on my end. Okay, yeah. First thing of feedback is don't leave the silence on the end there. I mean, the first thing. So I was listening about or I was looking at the track like little progress bar, and then I saw that there's a lot to go, and I was like, oh man, this song could have ended now. But yeah, it did. It was just the misleading time. Okay, but that was Without Me by Josh Abrams. Thank you very much for submitting, and we'll kick it off the box out for the first thing, vibes. What do you think?
Vibes? I'm going to give it yellow on the vibes. I could see what you're trying to go for, like kind of a breakup song, like a longing ballad. I could see it there. I could see an idea forming, and like I can tell what you had in your head, and you kind of did your best to put it into a song. Yeah. And I really appreciate that. I think, some of the instrumentation could have helped the vibe a little bit if you like change some of the instruments, use different effects. Maybe it sounded like a lot of stock plugins, which there's nothing wrong with that. You can make a banger with some stock plugins. Yeah. But it didn't sound like there was much like added or changed about them, which is fine if you're like a work in progress as well. So yeah, I'm gonna give a solid yellow on the vibes.
Yeah. With the vibes. Yeah, I think the vibes are there. It's definitely a love break or a heartbreak kind of thing. With the instrumentation that you're going for, it's very, very dramatic. And I think that could be done well if it's arranged correctly. But in this case, I think there might have been, there's like a soft beginning and it builds up to like this huge chorus, right? And it happens kind of twice. So like the second time that it happened, I wasn't really as moved as I was in the first. So, I think. This is vibes. I think this would be yellow. It's a little. I guess in terms of vibe speaking, the content it's like it's a heartbreaking song, and I think it might just be a little too dramatic for my taste. But yeah, like that's the vibe. So that's yellow. What do you think about content? It kind of leaks over there too.
Yeah, content. Lyrics are well done. I think you did a good job with the lyrics.
I thought the vocal performance was pretty good, actually.
Yeah, really good vocals. Maybe if you had like a little bit of like pitch editing in there, you can make it sound a little bit cleaner. Maybe a couple more vocal tracks in the background, like some harmonies or some background vocals would have helped it. Yeah. But really solid vocal performance. Instrumentation could have been a little better. I like the synths you chose. I really like... actually, the second half with the strings, I thought that was very, very well laid out. I really like that a lot. The beginning, some of the instruments sounded like they could have been edited differently. Maybe to sound a little bit wider, a little bit bigger. So I'm going to give a yellow for the content, mostly because I think the first half was a little lacking. The second half I really liked a lot, though.
Yeah, I was gonna. I mean, you said stock plugins before. That's exactly what I heard. Like the very first thing that I hear, it's like the kick drum, which sounds like pretty decent as a stock, but I could tell it was a stock. And then like a rim shot hit, and I knew that was stock. And that can work for a kind of sound that you're going for, but I don't know, with the style that you're giving me here, especially with the violins at the end, it seems to call for more of like an organic sample. So I'd like to hear maybe just a better drum sample. And I might be nitpicking because I'm a drummer. That's kind of what I gravitate towards. The strings. Yeah, you didn't know I was a drummer, bro? What? I used to drum in... Fuck off, bro. I don't know what drum set. Okay, it's tough. There's a weird echo from your mic, Chris. Thank you, Indiegoger. I don't know why that's the case. Hopefully that fixes it. Thanks for keeping me up, Indiegoger. Oh yeah, what are we on? This is content. What is it? So actually, some of the synths in the beginning, I wasn't the biggest fan of. I put some notes down here. So there's specifically like a synth that goes like, and it's kind of hanging around in my left ear, and it's pretty loud. It's like on par with the vocal. I think maybe some stereo work to kind of put it to the sides and like just out of the way of the vocal, I think would be better. It's a little bit harsh too. So maybe in terms of EQ, you can go in there and kind of find so go in there, set your Q to be, I don't know if it's really high or really low, but you want to get like a very narrow spot of within the EQ and just kind of look for the really harsh sounding frequencies and duck them a little bit, because it was kind of grating on my ear after listening it for a while. And I'm kind of going in like hard on this because I think the overall song and the vocal delivery is really good. I want to be able to tell you this, my 2 cents, while you have a chance to change this stuff. Let's see. The drums, I would give new samples. The guitar sounds pretty good. It might seem a little crowded in the mid range. There's a lot of mid range going on in the chorus, especially. It just sounds kind of like a sound wall, like a sonic wall, which might not be too bad, depending on taste, I guess. But that's just what I heard. Let's see. It also, that little synth seemed a little bit maybe behind the beat. It was just out of rhythm with kind of everything else, and really it just drove my attention to more than that. It was also kind of a slidey synth, so there's a lot of dissonance that happened, and it just kind of like made me think twice, Let's see. Arrangement, like I said, I think the build-up and the chorus, the build-up works and the chorus hits really hard, and I think that's awesome. It just seems to be a little bit predictable times around. Really, I think you could have like a little like that build up, the chorus, and then the ending part, which I think with Box Set as well, it was my favorite part of the song. Have that happen sooner. So that's my 2 cents on that. And then the last thing, I thought the violins also sound a little bit stock, so I would try to, if you can, invest in some plugins. I wrote down one specifically called DSK. I know they make saxophone plugins, and I think they make a strings plugins too, but very high quality, and I'm pretty sure that they're free. So go ahead and take a look at that. But that's for content, I guess. So for me, I would probably venture to say this is an orange in between yellow and red there, because if I was producing this, I would redo a lot of stuff. All right, so production, what do you think? This is just a reminder. He said that he sent it off to mix and master. But yeah, what do you think about that?
Yeah, I think in terms of production, it's hard to really judge, because he did say he's sending this off to be mixed and mastered. Mm-hmm. In its current state, I would say red. I mean, it's just...
It makes sense.
Nothing sounds bad. Nothing sounds bad. Nothing's really grating on the ear. It's like, it's very listenable. I mean, I enjoyed the song for the most part. It's just the instrumentation choice, again, like some of the volumes need to be adjusted, some frequencies need to be taken out. Like you said, it's going to be mixed and mastered, so maybe when it comes out, it'll sound very well produced. But right. Like what you gave us here to listen to, I would say is a red in terms of production. I'm sorry.
No, yeah, no, it's fine. It's. I think it makes a lot of sense, because he said it wasn't mix and master, yeah. or he tried it and he said it was poor. Yeah, I mean, it's definitely, I've heard worse mixes, and it just needs work. So I would say red and yellow, and you kind of knew that already, right? So that's the kind of our in-depth feedback. And yeah, we can go into the track total. What do you think, Box Out?
I would give this a develop. I think you've got something there. It's just you got to maybe go back to the drawing board a little bit. Maybe watch a couple YouTube videos on production and instrument choice, especially for like love ballads, which it seems like this is.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I would say this is a yellow on that.
Yeah, I agree. I think it's also a yellow. I know I kind of like went in on vibes. I do want to clarify though. I think that the vocal performance, that was probably my favorite part. Like I think that you could sing well, and in terms of songwriting, it seems pretty good too. Definitely on par with some of the stuff that I listen to with the heartbreak stuff. So there's definitely a market for it. There's potential here, and we definitely want to hear this again once you mix it. But yeah, there's just a lot of work that I would do personally on the instrumentation. So to sum it up, just try to get more kind of real sounding drums. That's just kind of like choosing a sample that sounds a little bit more, or I guess less stock. And then some arrangement tips that I talked about. So yeah, I think it's a develop for me, but really enjoyed listening to it. Thank you for submitting. And hey man, once you get the mix again, if you do another version, like we'd love to hear it. Like we'd love to hear the difference. So thank you for submitting. Any last words, Box Out?
No, just keep making songs, man. Don't give up. Don't be discouraged if you make something that's not as good as you wanted it to be. I know both Kuriken and I have been there before many times.
Always, every time. It sounds
like you're starting out and you're starting to explore this kind of music, and that's great. Just keep learning. Don't stop learning things.
Yeah, and also whoever you're sending it off to mix and master, like ask them, like, you know, I hope that they're listening too. I don't know if they are, but ask them for some pointers, see what they think, and just try to learn as much as you can. Because if they're like a professional, that they know what they're doing, you know. But yeah, so I can go up and pull up the next one. It's Boy Ponder. It's our boy Mirror Man. Let me know when you're ready. In the meantime, I'll read the thing. So this is a finished release. This is part of his album, The Loudest Kid in the Room, debut album, local Champagne artist, also from, or I guess based out of Dubai. Really, that's where he grew up, but he goes to school with us here. Just released a cool album, The Loudest Kid in the Room. This is a really cool track from that really cool album. This is a good press release. Album features some really cool people too. There's emojis too. I love it. Inspirations range from David Bowie to Kanye West, from Cudi to Cudi Ken or Cudi Ken. Yeah, I love you, man. This is Akil, our boy. Me and Box had actually worked on the album together with Boy Ponder, so we've heard this before, but we'll have to go, you know, like objective listener. What do we think? You know,
definitely.
But yeah, do you have it pulled up?
I'm ready.
Okay, this is Boy Ponder. Looks like the chat says it fixed it. Okay, I don't know what I did different, but it's fixed.
I think it might have been my speakers are too loud and it was picking up in my mic, maybe something like that.
Oh yeah, that's why I asked you to. Okay, I wonder if that was the problem.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is it. Boy Ponder, Zendon Levon, Scoozy, and Voluminous Mirror Man. 3, 2, 1.
I said, mirror man, I ain't no mirror man, faking and I'm tripping, man, sick of all the mirrors, man. I said, mirror man, I ain't no mirror man, faking and I'm tripping, man, sick of all the mirrors, man. See, I'd rather be a jack of all trades than a master of one. I ain't no master of none, but I'll be rapping for fun. I know you capping, that's dumb. I keep my thoughts up in front. I hope that I never stun, but now people think I'm cool, cause I changed my whole groove. Who's what kind of rule, but this ain't what I do. When people ain't looking, man, I'm feeling really blue, cause I used to be green till I found a new scene. Ooh, I could be whoever I wanna be, that's what scares me. Who am I anyway? I stop in a heartbeat, car seat, headrest got me. 19 in denial, and I ain't even trying, but these bros they try me. I've been off of finding, thoughts they off of rhyming. I can spend time and realize what's got me winding up. The void is stuck, I spent way too long trying not to give up.
good.
So good. Oh, the change up too. Oh, there's some grain on that.
I feel like I could have been anybody, and in the end, I was nobody.
We're sorry. You have reached a number that has been disconnected or is no longer in service.
Wow. Wow.
The atmosphere on this is so crazy.
Yeah, for real. I think this is Zendon.
It's change, that's the key word. I wanna be myself without no one's help, really by myself. Glass room and glass houses. Don't wanna be where the crowd is. Why my judgment so clouded? I know the pain by the ounces.
How many demons can you keep in a league? Maybe I'll leave it at that. That ain't a friend, that's a leech. And I ain't talking about bloodsuckers, they playing with ya. Your own reflection, a false image, a fake picture. No paparazzi, just flash and a perfect copy. A counterfeit identity will leave you empty. Where did you carry, man? Too many Trumans in a mask, and I'm tripping, man. Yeah, I'm tripping. I said mirror man, I ain't no mirror man. Faking it, I'm tripping, man. Sick of all the mirrors, man. I said mirror man, I ain't no mirror man. Faking it, I'm tripping, man. Sick of all the mirrors, man. I said mirror man, I ain't no mirror man. Faking it, I'm tripping, man. Sick of all the mirrors, man. I said mirror man, I ain't no mirror man. Faking it, I'm tripping, man. Sick of all the mirrors, man.
This fucking beat. Whoa.
Take it back to some other day. Now I swear they take this shit the wrong way. Tell them lay back and feel like the other day. I don't hear running their mouth, I just smoke cocaine. Hey.
Smoke K. Oh man.
God damn, man.
Fucking theatrical, man. Oh shit, I can do it. It went to Disco Dreams right after.
I know it's a cliche, but that's got Kanye vibes written all over it.
Dude, I wrote down literally sorry, you're echoing a little bit. Do you have headphones?
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's all good. Let me see. I literally wrote down fucking Zendon's part, dude. Or maybe it was someone else. When you said it was like atmospheric, whoever that vocalist was, it almost sounded like Travis Scott. That's Travis Scott-esque. But But then like at the very end, the fucking verse, with like the triplet fill, like sounds like Kendrick-esque. It's just ridiculous. And yeah, the Kanye vibes is the fucking beats, the switch ups. They're insane. Yeah, that was Boy Ponder, Zen and Levon, Scoozy, Voluminous, Mirror Man. Awesome track. Yeah, Box Out, what do you think about vibes?
100% agree.
Yeah, for sure.
I don't even know what to call that vibe, but it was pretty goddamn good.
Yeah, that was a fucking journey, man. There's like skits in there, like phone call, like some girl. I don't know what she said, and then like there's another one like you've called a phone that's not connected or whatever, and then there's 3 different beats. We were talking about this before that this could literally be 3 different songs, but they kept it fresh throughout the whole time, despite being 5 minutes. So yeah, for me, I think it's green. I think it's awesome. I think knowing Akil, he's probably one of the most what is it? Not artsy. What's a better word for that? He's just like a true artist.
He's got his own aesthetic, like this
Yeah.
early in the game. It's crazy how, and like you can see it through the art he makes, in the
Yeah.
songs he makes.
Look at that.
I mean, it just amazing. Like I really, I'm very impressed by him every single
Yeah.
time I hear one of his songs.
Yeah, he drew that shit right there, by the way. Yeah, that's green for me though. Vibes. What's next? Content. Yeah, what do you think about content? Box Out.
Content still a green for me. I mean, my only complaint, not even a complaint, my only small critique about the song is that it could be 2 different songs easily. Even with all like the smooth transitions, I think the transitions were great.
Yeah.
But I mean, it could have been 2 different songs and they would have both been awesome.
Yeah.
Other than that, I don't have any complaints. I thought it was really good.
Yeah, I think the content here is solid too. Every vocalist that I heard, the delivery was great. The lyrics, I wish I could hear it, and that's actually what I'm going to talk about in production. I've told these guys the same thing before, but we'll get to that. This is content. The beat, all 3 beats or 4 beats, whatever it is, they sound so awesome. Voluminous did a really good job. All the synths, I wrote down a couple things like Box Out had a good comment that it was like atmospheric, like dreamy, and then it kind of goes into like a future based kind of Flume-esque, like I don't even know what to call it, but it's like an LFO slapped on that or something. And there's
I
like
think it was
this
just like
drum.
a side chain, which I do that too, and
Yeah. Oh,
yeah, definitely.
fire. Yeah, there's like a kick drum that has like a key, like it sounds like a jingling keys. Like there's just so much detail in the beats. It's like I said, it's 5 minutes, and I did not get bored. So like I see what Box Out is saying, that in this day and age, in terms of marketability as well, like that might be kind of exhausting for some listeners, but like it could be 2 different tracks, but I think it really did work here. So content for me is easy a green.
Yeah, and I think even for like the fact that he put like this was an album song and not a single even makes the length fine, because like I know a lot of artists will like their singles would be more catchy and a little shorter, and this was like on the album and longer, and I think it's like I think that actually makes it pretty acceptable for the length.
Yeah. I agree completely. Now we have production. I have a comment, and I've said it to them before, but I'd like to hear what your stuff is.
Oh, on the production?
Yeah.
I mean, Phil just knocked it out of the park on this.
Yeah.
Voluminous. God damn, man.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't have any critiques at all. I mean, I'm sure if I listened again, I could find like 1 or 2 things, but really solid job. Like, I don't even think I put, like, personally, I don't think I put that much detail into some of the tracks I make.
Yeah.
I mean, really outstanding production. Green to the greenest of green.
Oh, okay. I guess production I take as engineering as well.
Okay.
And while I think, most of it is fantastic, and like content I kind of put as beat making as well. And Voluminous did a really good job. This might be my own personal taste, and especially like considering my bias. My bias is like I'm a vocalist. I want to hear the vocals more. That's my only thing, because I know how dope Akil and Zendon's sound. But I wish that I could just hear them better. Like I could probably listen to the lyrics, or if I listen to this track a couple of times, I could probably pick it up on eventually. But I want to hear it the first time, and to do that, I think you need to have just lyrics that are mixed up front, or vocals mixed up front. I think you could almost argue that it's a stylistic choice, which is why I'm like, oh, maybe it's just my opinion. But yeah, my opinion, after listening to it 10 times probably now, I just wish that it showcased the vocals more. And I think there's some points where it does, where the instrumental is a little less busy. But just like some points, like for example, Zendon's like where he just goes fucking off on the triplets, and it's a fast flow. You hear like there's layering in the vocals too. It's in both sides of the ears. It sounds great. I just want to hear like more presence. But yeah, that might be my bias. So
yeah, I don't really agree with you as much on that, because I mean, no, you're right. Like, you can't hear the lyrics as well as like maybe a different song. But personally, when I first listen to a song, all I'm listening for is just straight vibes. Like, if it sounds good to me, then I'm like, this is a good song. Like, I wouldn't change a thing. And like, my dad was actually talking to me about this the other night. He's like, we were like playing songs back and forth. He was playing like classic rock songs. I was playing like newer stuff. He's like, you can't hear the lyrics on the newer stuff. And I'm like, I don't really care.
Oh no, I'm a boomer. Oh no, it's happening.
I mean, like but that goes to show there's like two different kinds of people. Like, you can be one who really appreciates lyrics, or one who appreciates more the song as a whole. And I think you can't really please everyone in that respect. So
that is very true. Yeah, so that is our honest take on the I don't know if Boy Ponder is watching. Like, he's always a boy supporting this. Let's see. But yeah, that was our 3 kind of super in detail feedback to you guys. Love the track. We're gonna go to the final ratings. Boxout, what do you think?
This is a top tier track.
Yeah, this is perfect. This is how I describe a top tier track. I do it every week. Like, there's songs where you listen to it the first time and you just know that you like it. You're going to add it to your library. And they have to, there's like a threshold of sounding professional, or what we call radio ready, where there just has to be a level of production where it doesn't become distracting. And yeah, they hit that, completely, like they passed that threshold, to the point where my comments on the vocals, like, that's just could be a preference thing, right? But the vibes were there. The instrumentation is ridiculous. The production, the drums, the synths, the vocalist, the performance, it was great. This is a top tier track for sure from me. Yeah, good 100%. Job, guys. Love this album. And this is our boy, Complete Bias here. Go stream his album. It's fucking awesome. Let's see. Jacob Adrian says, the vibe can be great, but solid lyrics always separate the toppest of the tiers, in my opinion. Yeah, I see. He might agree with the vocalist comment that I was talking about, but yeah, I think this is going to be top tier track. I think we're going to add this. Congratulations, Akil. This album's fucking awesome. Yeah, let's go into the next one, shall we? Let's see, Prince Vaughn Time. Let me know when you pull it up. Okay, Jordan?
I'm ready to go.
Okay, let's see. Yeah, Jacob, if you're still in the chat, if you could elaborate on your comment, would you say that this is a green for you? Let's see. All right, I got Prince Vaughn Time. Prince Vaughn Time. We got. It's a work in progress. He's a local artist from Champaign, Illinois. Let's go! No. Unreleased track in progress. That is the description. Do you have it pulled up? Okay. So, without further ado, Prince Vaughn Time. 3, 2, 1, go. Woohoo!
Yeah, they be on my mind. Taking it back, yeah, we look at the time. Strap with big, I had that thing on my side. Stacking the bands up to the sky. We just wanted a little piece of the pie. Yeah, the paradise. Louis Lubrication, put the streets out of sight. Get a little candlelight. I've been cold like it had feet on the ice. Smack for the bag and nearly went blind. Had to get back on the beach, try to climb up through the sand and swim through the tide. Roller coaster, got no peace on my mind, like a paradise. Pray to God, I hope and I'll be fine. I got the strength over me, got the flame flickering around my soul. I got the heat, no Miami, but we never fall. Like diamonds and bling, I gotta shine on my own, but God never leave me alone. Like ET, stay phoning home.
Stay phoning home.
On the track, I might crash, but I'll stack up again. I used to roll with a strap on my side and take out Taliban. But I never choke up inside when I had to step up to a man. My little brother 10, Afghanistan, he tried to live. I pray to God for my sins. The devil tryna take me in. He said he rocking the boat on my soul, and some days I feel like diving in. Like Kendrick, I might take a swim. Hold my breath until it all go dim. I might take off to the end. Over my soul, that I just make it in. I swear the past, yeah, to be on my mind. Taking it back, yeah, we look at the time. Strapped with a guy, had a thing on my side. Stacking the bands up to the sky. We just wanted a little piece of the pie. Yeah, the paradise. Lubrication, put the streets out of sight. Get a little candlelight. I've been cold like it had feet on the ice. Smack for the bag and nearly went blind. Had to get back on the beach, try to climb up through the sand and swim through the tide. Roller coaster, got no peace on my mind, like a paradise. Pray to God, I hope and I'll be fine. Cross the border like I'm KOD. Got a smile on my face, show the teeth. Running back, had to score the TD. Put a smile when I got in TV. Then I gave it up off of the dream, but I done held it down for the crown I be seeking. Melancholy in the deep end. Sweating blood out the reefer. Through the drama, had to take a stand. Benihana eat up like Japan. Switch to the dollar from pesos. The ballers they pose with a bang. Been crawling, but it's pathing easy. I bought a got it for my hands. Sucking the pain like adhesive. I'm never going back again. I pray to God for my sins. The devil tryna take me in. He said he rocking the boat on my soul, and some days I feel like diving in. Like Kendrick, I might take a swim. Hold my breath until it all go dim. I might take off to the end. I swear the past, yeah, to be on my mind. Taking it back, yeah, we look at the time. Strapped with a guy, had a thing on my side. Stacking the bands up to the sky. We just wanted a little piece of the pie. Yeah, the paradise. Lubrication, put the streets out of sight. Get a little candlelight. I've been cold like it had feet on the ice. Smack for the bag and nearly went blind. Had to get back on the beach, try to climb up through the sand and swim through the tide. Roller coaster, got no peace on my mind, like a paradise. Pray to God, I hope and I'll be fine.
Wow. Woo! Get this man on double XL, bro. God.
Damn.
Woo! I saw that you disconnected there a little bit, or was that
Yeah,
just
I
on
lost
my end?
connection, but I made my way back. I was still listening to the song the whole time. So.
Okay, good. You see that King Von? That shit was, or sorry, not King, Prince Von. It should be King. That was fucking fire, dude.
Oh my god.
Oh my god, this is a work in progress, dude. Yeah, that was. You saw me. I was jamming the whole time, dude.
Yeah.
But yeah, Box Out. What do you think? Vibes.
Green, A+.
Yeah.
So good.
For sure.
Right off the bat, like you could feel it with the guitar sample.
Oof.
I mean,
Dude, it gave me like what is it? Kind of like Gunna type beat.
I mean, like the only thing I would
Kid
argue,
Laroi almost.
would go into more content. I mean, it sounds like Splice guitar riff number 3. You know, just like picked out of a sample box. But sometimes, like, that's not even a problem. Like, if it's a hit, it's a hit, and this is a hit.
Yeah, it's green for me. Vibes. Dude, I love the I love the raps that I can hear, listen to the first time, and this is what I mean with the vocals being mixed up front. You could catch bars. Like I think he said something like he said, "I'm no ET, I'm not phoning home." I'm like, bars. I loved it, and it got real a little bit too. I think he was talking about his bro in Afghanistan, or maybe I heard something wrong, but yeah, that was fucking cool. Yeah, content for me. I think it's also green. What do you think?
I would say so too. I mean, not a lot of complaints there. I mean, it's hard to mess up a song like this in terms of like content as long as you got solid vocal, solid sample, solid drums.
Yeah,
that's really all you need. And the auto tune is on point. Like,
yeah,
so good, very good.
Yeah, I think and this might go into production, because he said this is a work in progress, and I think like this sounds almost ready to ship, quite frankly. But if you are looking for slight changes before you do release this, uh, I think maybe the retune speed might be a little bit high in some regions, and um, I can't. Unfortunately, I can't really pinpoint it now, but because most of the time it sounds really good. So if you really want to get into the weeds, there, this is probably personal preference. Sometimes it sounds like you can sing really well. Sometimes the retune speed I don't think is needed, but it's also just kind of the sound of the genre these days. And yeah, I'm not mad if you don't change it because that was crazy. And the ad libs, I'm confused on how to mix ad libs. I can't even do a really good job. Maybe maybe there's a little bit too much cut out of it frequency wise. Maybe I would try to just experiment, see if it sounds better if you maybe cut a little bit less of the low end out. But like I said, I don't think I'd be mad if you ship this out now. I think it's really good. Jordan, do you have anything? I think this is green, by the way.
Is this for production?
Yeah, for production.
Only thing I would say is maybe make the kicks hit a little harder and like the low end just bring it out a little bit more. Might have just been my speakers. But other than that, produced very well. Vocal production is on point. I didn't really notice the stuff you did with the auto tune, but maybe that's because I don't use it as often as you do or as closely.
Damn, bro. Fucking making fun of me out here, dude.
No,
Can't
no,
hit these
I
pitches like box out can.
kind of
Yeah,
just
of course.
throw it on and change the key and like don't fuck with it. But maybe I should do that a bit more. But yeah, I would say like for overall too, I would say this is a good to go track. Maybe play with the low end, make sure it hits as hard as you want it to, because this is going to be played at like parties and stuff. You want
Yeah.
the low end to come through and make people move.
Oh, that's your total is good to go.
Yeah. And I would say green for production as well.
Yeah, I think for me, I would put this in top tier. If once it's done, I'd have to hear the final product. So, fucking King, Prince Vaughn. Once you finish it, man, send it back to us, and we'd love to listen to it again. For me, I think that's a purple. I jammed the whole time. Maybe it was a little bit too long, but if I listen to the lyrics and see what you're saying, because I couldn't get the whole kind of theme. Maybe it'll get to a point where I'm singing the whole song the whole time. So, yeah, that was fire. I loved it. I think we got some love in the chat from that too. I think I saw some W's. Let's see. This is so good. I like this track. The beat vibe is immaculate. Lyrics were so. Wouldn't be really as top tier. Oh, okay. But yeah, Prince Vaughn. Thank you very much, bro. That was time. Let's go to the next track here. We have I Am Lost 2, Cuff Buddy season. Oh, it's that time, dude. Is it time? It's like summer fuck buddy season, isn't it? Cuff Buddy.
I don't know. Every season for me is cuffing season, but that don't really work out too well.
Yeah, box out. Yeah, player box out, dude. Big musician, dude. Can't stop the honeys from coming. Cuff Buddy season. Is it Cuff Buddy season? I don't know. This is I Am Lost 2. He has a description here. So it's a finished release. It's part of his recently released project, Transitions EP. It's a collaborative work of art between himself and two insanely talented creative artists who are beginning their rise into the music scene. These two individuals also so happened to become very close friends of mine, and I'm proud of them for the work and time taken to create this EP. I think I heard this some snippets from Vorborg's Instagram story, and it was really good. This is one of 4 songs on our EP, recorded and engineered by Vorborg Studios, by Vorborg himself, the Vorborg. Hip Hop Collective Love, we love you. Also features some voice acting from Jada Mosley, stream favorite, another talented artist who is destined for greatness. I hope that you all and those listening from afar enjoy this work. Excuse me, sorry, I have gas. And much as we did creating it. Yeah, this is I Am Lost 2. Cuff Buddy season. Jordan, you ready?
Hold on, sorry. Someone was trying to call me. I had to
Damn,
decline.
bro, you fucking be professional. That's right, dude. We gotta be professional over here.
It was my manager, not manager.
Ooh, we gotta talk about that. That's right.
Yeah.
Maybe we can talk about that. All right, ready? 3, 2, 1, go.
It's just crazy. no one, and girl, that's petty. You hit me like Betty.
Girl, I got both eyes open, I'm seeing straight through your lies. Trying to get through to your thighs. I'ma hit you when I'm done with the guys. I got the new ride, trying to take you to go see a new view. I can get rid of your blues, see if I can help you change up your mood. Maybe make you happy, I'm glad I gave you the Addy. But don't call me daddy if I'm not the one. Can we go half on the sun and go to the beach and go soak up the sun? I'm just trying to figure out if I'm the one.
So go ahead, girl, throw it back, and I'ma love you like a quarterback. I don't know what you're gonna do when I put this vibe on you. Don't play pretend when we both know just the way you feel that it's real. Oh God, baby, by now you already know the deal. 'Cause you
Holy.
keep playing games, but I'm down with it, and I count on it. 'Cause you can be my number one. No need for a reason. I made my choice, so hit my line when you made your mind. Not gonna be here for long, so please don't try and waste that time. Yeah, who you tryna be with? Drop top riding through this cup buddy season, cup buddy season. Yeah.
You play too much.
I mean, what? Is it such a crime that I'm trying to spend some time with you? Get to know you?
You're too much, I swear.
It's getting steamy.
You got me catching feelings. It's hard to express my feelings, so let me know how you feeling. I hate to be too revealing, but I'm loving what you're revealing. So, baby, please tell me, should I stay or leave? Tell me where you wanna be. I'm not sure you're the one for me, 'cause right now I'm falling like gravity. Won't find a nigga like me after me. A lot of girls come chasing after me, but when we vibe, it comes naturally. I'm thinking eternally, like I'm yours for eternity. You mad you ain't heard from me, but I thought you was curving me. I know what you heard of me, but this hit different, so don't get distant. Girl, just kiss me, and I got you with me. All love 50-50. We can be forever or just never, baby. We can't see eye to eye, get on my level, baby. 'Cause you keep playing games, but I'm down with it, and I count on it. 'Cause you can be my number one. No need for a reason. I made my choice, so hit my line when you made your mind. Not gonna be here for long, so please don't try and waste that time. Yeah, who you tryna be with? Drop top riding through this cup buddy season, cup buddy season. Yeah.
All I'm saying is, if you say my name, I can make you that end game. So, I mean, you don't need to go looking for no more love. It's cuff buddy season. Cuff buddy season.
Well, change up.
Shit, I wonder if I'm trying to make you mine. I told you, baby girl, just make your mind up. You know I never change the vibes. You know I'm really down to ride. You know I'm really trying to slide. I mean, slide in your heart and your DMs. I'm trying to see if you're more than a season. Girl, do you want me or do you need me? I know this love should never come easy.
It don't come easy, you know that I mean it. When I say I love you, it's not for no reason. I'm feeling the vibes that we into, and I need to know if when we click, you seeing the vision too. You know that I love you, baby. I'm trying to be out here cuffing you, baby. Maybe I have you, make you my lady. Hold up, you know we can make us a
baby. Make us a baby.
Maybe.
Oh shoot! Sorry. Did you finish that?
Yeah.
That was Cuff Buddy Season. I Am Lost 2, JVY and E flat. These guys can fucking sing, dude.
Oh my god, vocal
Oh my
performance
god,
out of this world, vibes
dude,
off the charts.
The falsetto, woo, silky smooth, gentlemen. That sounded great. You said vibes is green for you?
Oh my god, 100%. I mean, R&B track, check. Silky smooth vocals, check. At one point, I'm like, I wish there were harmonies. Then the harmonies came in.
Yep.
Check. You know, It's all there. So good.
Where would I put Honestly, Cuff Buddy season is such a cute term from Indie Gogurt in the chat. I think that's the only thing I would change is the Cuff Buddy. But I think vibes, yeah, it's an R&B. What is it? Ballad? Is this a ballad? It's an
I don't
R&B
know.
ballad. You sing along. This is like love making music, like fuck, a Cuff Buddy season, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think the vibes is a definite green. Definite green. Really well done. Uh, what's next here? Content. What do you think about content, Jordan?
Content, I would say not much I have to critique here. Maybe like towards the end, I don't know if you need that extra little bit at the end of
Yeah.
just maybe you can move that singing part to somewhere else in the song, maybe cut it. I think maybe ending with the Cuff Buddy season part is good. I mean,
Yeah.
it'll leave people wanting more. I think it's the catchiest part of the song.
Hmm.
I want to hear that part just all over again every single day forever. Like that's so catchy. I really really like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Other than that, I don't really think there's much else. It's a little bit long for like an R&B
Yep.
song, especially one that like you would want to like add to like a playlist or something like that. But yeah, it's pretty good. I would give it a green. I would give it a green for content.
Good to go. Yeah, I think it's a green as well. Can you mute your? Sorry, I can hear myself like a fraction of a second after, and it's throwing me off. Yeah, I think this is a definite green for content as well. Actually, not a definite green because I agree with what Box Out said about arrangement. I don't think that the last part was needed as well. I had the same feeling that he had that. Oh, maybe this is a little bit too long. I would have been happy with the cuff. Oh shit, I can't sing. Cuff Buddy season, and it's like done. But yeah, that might be a stylistic choice. Let's see. This is content, not production. So arrangement, I would put in content as well. So yeah, maybe the last part. If you did to have it there, I liked the verse that was there. The flow switch up was pretty cool. Um, I think it was just kind of weird because there's a contrast with this pitch down vocal or not vocal, pitch down beat, and there's like some effects to kind of make it sound a little bit far away, but the vocals sounded really up front. So it was like a weird mismatch. If I were to change something, I would maybe play around with the vocal. It sounded kind of dry there. With content as well, and Jordan said this too. Like he said, "I'm waiting for harmonies," and then when they did come in, they were fucking silky smooth, on point, sounded great. I want more. If I'm a producer on this, I want to have the background vocals just like going off like almost all the time. So that's like that's something I would put in content as well. But really, that's kind of. Oh wait, also there's some vocals that I understand. Love you like a quarterback. I don't know what that means. And the Cuff Buddy season, it sounds cute, and it's kind of a funny play on words with fuck buddy season. And just like when I was singing along with it, like Cuff Buddy season, like, and the guy was like, "What do you say? It's Cuff Buddy season, baby." I'm like, "Oh, come on! Like, would you actually say that?" Like, so that's a nitpicky thing. I think it's fun. It's just like maybe go like it a little bit, but yeah, I think that's like a green to a yellow, a chartreuse for me. Box up. What do you think about production?
Production, I mean, it's Vorborg, it's Austin. I mean, it's
Yeah.
always going to be a super solid production. Only critiques the low voice at the end. It's a little gravelly, it's a little grainy. Maybe clean that up a bit on the EQs, or change the formants. That might help a little bit. Um, Other than that, though, like the piano was smooth, the vocals were
Fire.
produced well. Um, yeah, I mean, great job, Austin. I mean, really, really good job.
Yeah, Austin did a great job with this one. Production, the only thing, and I don't even know if he made the beat. I'll have to look at the description again, or if they found the beat somewhere else. The only thing is, I thought maybe the open eye hat was just a little harsh. That's it. I think everything else sounded really good. Vocals sounded really good. Vorborg, you've outdone yourself, and man, we need to work sometime, dude. I've been trying to get out to your studio, so fuck. You have some talented arts rolling through there as well. These like all three of these guys. Is it three? Can sing, and I know that Jada can sing too. So it's kind of crazy. You're cultivating a pretty dope group over there. Yeah. Overall total. What do you think, Jordan?
I would say this track is it's like in between a top tier and a good to go for me. Like I would add this to the playlist, like no matter
Mhm.
what. I don't know if I'd call it a top tier track because
Yeah.
it didn't stand out to me as much as like some of the other songs we listened to, but it's a really really solid track, and
Yeah.
I would listen to this and vibe out.
Yeah, I completely agree. I think that's the kind of distinction with the top tier, though. Like it's like you immediately know in your heart that it's there, and when it's not, like Green, that means it's really good. It's solidly produced. We shipped this out. You saw what we rated in terms of vibe, content, and production. Like this is a great song. It has its audience, and we add this to our submissions playlist. But yeah, I don't know if it'll go on to the top tier tracks, but this is a green from me as well. Um, very, very well done. I Am Lost too. Makes me want to listen to this whole EP. Quite frankly, I think it's only 3 songs too, so that's beautiful. No, 4 songs. Yeah, see? I could do that. Um, got a lot of new music to listen to as well, though. Like, dude, Ski Mask and was it Tyler the Creator came out with their newest albums today, so gotta check those out. But I Am Lost too, Cuff Buddy Season. That was a hit. That was awesome. Thank you for sending it. And tell Vorborg we said what's up. He always does a great job. So the next track, we'll go ahead and load it up. It's extremely mundane, so Just Dance. It's a work in progress. He's actually submitted with us before. Let's see, paste here. Extremely mundane. Hyperpop electronic. So he's they're hyperpop. Whoa, sorry. The track is starting. Oh, a hyperpop artist submitted with us before, and they actually got a top tier track from us as a work in progress. So I'm excited to listen to this artist again. Hyperpop electronic song, Waiting on Stems for My Friend from 055 to 115 section. Okay. Jordan, do you have it pulled up?
Yeah, ready.
All right, just a second. Let me pull up the chat here real quick. The harmonies, zesty. Yeah, that is true. Okay, so extremely mundane, Just Dance. 3, 2, 1. Oh, they're waiting for the stems at this part.
You know I'm hotter than your sis friends. Just a means to an end. What was your name again? No, don't hold my hand. Ugh, just dance. Can we just dance? Just dance. Can we just fucking dance? Fucking dance. Fucking dance.
Holy shit.
Let's dance. Just dance. Let's dance. Can we just fucking dance?
That was Just Dance, extremely mundane. That artist name is like does not do you justice at all. Extremely
Not at
mundane.
all.
It's like the fucking opposite of that shit. That was Just Dance. Jordan. What do you think? Vibes.
I don't know. It's not the thing I typically listen to. I don't listen to a ton of hyperpop,
Yeah.
and the hyperpop I listened to doesn't sound like the song we just listened to.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put it at like a soft yellow
Yeah.
because it's hype. It's just it didn't. I mean, ironically, it didn't really make me want to dance. I was a little confused, to be
Yeah.
honest.
Yeah.
I mean, that might just be like a style thing. It's not really my style.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm gonna go with like a soft yellow.
Yeah. Let's see. Vibes. Vibes is a ambiguous term. I guess it's for a reason. It's fucking loud. It's fucking loud. It's loud in ways that I don't know if I really enjoyed compared to some other hyperpop. So I listen to some hyperpop, but I'm not too deep into it. But I love the energy that hyperpop brings, especially in the vocals, and like the beats as well. But from the beginning, like I had to turn my stuff down, and I think that was a comment last time. I really like the kind of transition from this crazy white noise, super loud, to like a synth. Um, but just kind of like the song in itself, you can see it from the waveform. It's just completely fucking brick walled. And at times it's a little fatiguing. Um, but yeah, I think the biggest thing with Extremely Mundane is their production is like super solid. And they're doing like weird things and experimental things, and they have the skill to do that. But yeah, I think if I were being completely honest, I think it's a yellow for me too because it's just way too loud all the time. And like the best part that I think is loud and boisterous with the vocals, you're kind of taking a different route where it's like just dance, and then the very last part is just fucking dance. So yeah, that's vibes for me. Content. What do you think, Jordan?
Um, I mean, content-wise, I like a lot of the things that they did separately. Like the beginning was cool, the transition from white noise to a synth. I'd never heard that in a song before ever. I thought it was really well executed,
Yeah.
other than the volume. Um, I mean, like it sounded like a hyper pop song.
Mm-hmm.
It just sounded like a bunch of parts kind of put together. Maybe not in the best way. And for that reason, I'm going to give it a red because it didn't feel complete to me. It didn't feel like a complete song, even with the part, like I know there's a part in the middle missing with some stems. But I mean, like the lyrics, even, it was, kind of lacking to me, even though like I get it's like supposed to be like a hype song and saying like just dance. I feel like it was almost like the lyrics were almost too slow for the beat.
Yeah, I have the same exact feeling. Keep going,
Yeah.
sorry.
Yeah, no, that's okay. I mean, yeah, I don't know about this one, Chief.
Yeah.
Maybe,
Yeah.
yeah.
I agree completely. The biggest thing that I agreed with was the vocals seemed a little bit too slow for the beat. And even with the lyrics writing it, in the second half, there's a point where you say again, but you like pause just to fit the syllables. You like again. It sounds like kind of really clunky. Maybe a rewrite there is kind of needed. And I think with hyperpop, at least the stuff that I listen to, I think this is almost. I mean, this is a really broad term, IDM rather than EDM or hyperpop. Even I think with hyperpop, at least from what I've heard, they have something that's like catchy and poppy in it, and they kind of distort the shit out of it to kind of. It's almost like a satire on modern pop music, but they make it really catchy and stuff that you would want to sing along to. And I don't know if I would want to sing along to it. It doesn't give me the same vibe. So I mean, to me, I don't think it's uh like necessarily a bad thing. It's like a stylistic thing. It goes with. I would say it's just not hyper. I wouldn't call it hyper pop per se. I'd probably call it like an IDM kind of track. But yeah, let's see. In terms of other content, yeah. So the lyrics, it seemed a little bit too slow. Content, I think, is too loud. Yeah, I think I've hit everything that I wanted. I think production wise, again, I could tell that you're really, really skilled. And you're doing the thing with that I liked about last track, where you're putting some elements of the drums, like I think the kick, for example, is like in my left ear a little bit, and then a bunch of the kind of hi hats and snares are in the right, and there's like a really nice kind of stereo spread there, and like you have some crazy transitions, like the white noise to synth that I really enjoyed listening to. So yeah, there's some pros and some cons. With that though, I'd probably develop it, so I'd put it in yellow. Production wise, what do you think, Jordan?
I'm gonna give it a yellow for production because I can tell that this artist is very skilled. They know what they're doing. I think just rein it in a little bit, polish it, make sure the things that you're trying to make it sound like actually sound like it. Like some of the synths were very harsh. There's a lot of high end in a lot of parts of the song, especially the beginning, and like loud plus high end equals ouch.
Yeah.
So you may watch your levels, watch your mixing, but I can tell that like in terms of like production, like instrument selection and things like that, like you know what you're doing.
Yeah. Actually, what's funny is I think the favorite part of the song was in the middle where there was a break from the loud just sound wall that I was hearing. Like I was listening to it because like you're doing crazy stuff with the drums that make it sound awesome. It's like industrial, and literally the thought I had in my mind was Radiohead's Idiotique, but like industrial, fucking distorted, and it sounded really cool. Like if you had like a little chill section in there, and like I don't know, I'm kind of basic in terms of hyperpop, but like 100 gex, kind of uh like a sing song, like a nice little melodic section that's catchy, like that would be fucking awesome. I think it's a nice little break from just loud, loud, loud. And yeah, what is this, production? Yeah, so production, I think you know where we stand. It's loud, loud, loud. But yeah, you the instrument choice, the rhythms of that drum thing in the middle, it's all really solid. It's just we would develop it, so that's a yellow. Yeah. Overall track total, what do you think? Box out.
I'm gonna have to give it a red. I don't think this is a complete song, and I think you need to go back to the drawing board, maybe rewrite the lyrics, change some of the instrumentation, some of the positioning of things in the song. It's just it doesn't do it for me personally. Someone else might who likes more like EDM style hyperpop might fuck with it more than I do. But I would say back to the drawing board on this one.
Yeah, I think it's at a develop for me. Yeah, I would definitely, if I was on this track, I would try rewriting some of the lyrics to. I don't know. We say that it's too slow for the beat, so that's kind of like our feedback there. I would like the delivery. If the delivery is kind of building up, you do a little build up with vocals, but the track itself just is loud, loud, loud. Maybe a little bit of contrast there, I think would be nice. So yeah, I think the concept is somewhat solid. I don't know if I'm at a red, but I would definitely tweak some stuff and add some things. And with the stems that you're going to add, I really would love to hear this again and see what you guys have planned for there, because that might be like a really nice different section, but that could offer some contrast. But yeah, I'm at a yellow. But extremely mundane, Just Dance. Thank you for submitting. That was awesome. What are you smoking there? Is that a joint? Is that a cigarette? We don't know. But I think that was the last track. Claps. We're done. Good job, Jordan. You're muted. I promised talking a little bit about what you're doing, but we're running some little bit low on time. I don't want to keep you all night. But yeah, can you talk about like this manager? Like, so what happened? Can you give the people a little story?
Yeah, sure. So someone reached out to me on Instagram and said, "Hey, do you want to be a part of this show, this Instagram live show? You just perform 2 songs and then it's like a short little interview." And I'm like, "Yeah, sure." So that was like 3 or 4 weeks ago. I did my performance last Friday.
Yep.
Oh God, the time is an illusion. But it was really cool, and the person who was running it she she really likes me and the music that I'm doing, so she's been like kind of sending me to record labels and publicists and seeing if she can get something going for me, which I really appreciate.
Yeah.
And I'm talking to a publicist on Wednesday.
Jeez.
Yeah, I mean it's kind of crazy, and like she's been trying to get me to like go out to LA like
Whoa.
really hard. Like she actually just called me during the stream. And then she texted me. She's like, when you're done, call me. I have a really good opportunity for you in
Whoa, Jeff.
LA. And I'm like, oh, because I don't really perform. I've only performed a couple of times, so like, we'll see where it goes. We'll see what happens.
Dude, that's freaking awesome. Jeff Bridges?
That would be pretty sick.
So, Jordan, if we could just ask you, like, throughout your whole time making music, building up fan bases, from YouTube to TikTok to getting a publicist on Instagram, what kind of advice would you offer kind of new artists who think that their music is, you know, ready to be heard by a larger audience? Like, what are you doing, or what do you think that you've done that is giving you most of these opportunities? Like, what do you think?
Well, I'd be lying if I said it was all me and everything I did was on purpose. Um, the reason I have the success that I do is because I got kind of lucky. One of my songs that was a remix of a popular TikTok audio also went viral on TikTok and therefore transferred over to Spotify streams, and that also lifted kind of the streams on my other songs as well, and I gained a little bit of a following from that. But advice to people who think their music is ready to be heard, you got to be on TikTok. Number one, you got to be posting on there. Make content that is not only just promoting your own stuff, but it's stuff that's entertaining for other people. Because if, let's say, I were to come across some random artist's TikTok profile or video, if it's just them promoting their music and I know nothing about them, that doesn't really draw me in. But if you make, let's say, like a remix of a popular TikTok sound, that's something I know. That's interesting to me. Maybe I want to watch more. So create content on either Instagram, TikTok. YouTube is a little harder to get started on now, but YouTube is always good. Just make stuff that you think people will enjoy, something new with something that people will recognize. And I think that's the main thing to do. And once you get a little bit of a following from that, then start to push your original music a little harder. Do it in creative ways. I wish I could give examples, but I struggle with that myself, coming up with ideas for videos. But yeah, I mean, you just have to remember that there are so many people out there who are doing the same thing that you are, and a lot of them are very, very good. Like, we're in a time where music is so accessible, and especially production now is so accessible, it's so easy to learn, that there's just a wealth of music that no one's gonna be able to listen to because there's not enough time in the world. But just honestly stay true to what you're doing. Don't try to emulate anyone else. You can have inspiration, but don't try to like be someone that's not you.
I want to add on to that, Jordan. Very well said. I think something that I saw from you, and like it kind of goes with what you're saying: be yourself, stay true to yourself, and put yourself out there. Put yourself out there, and like take all the opportunities you get. And even if you're uncomfortable, do it anyways. So I've seen Jordan like evolve from just like a bedroom producer to performing live, everywhere in the city, to these Instagram live streams, which I don't think he's ever done before. He had him and his friends made a music video together and like just released it and pushed it to playlists, and just put yourself out there, your true self, because that's your differentiator. Like everybody, like Jordan said, it's production and the tools to sound like pretty solid in today's game is really accessible to everybody. So what makes you different is you. So you just got to be true to yourself and then put yourself out there. And I think that's something that I've seen you do, Jordan, and I think that's why you've become successful. And it's awesome. Or successful is, I guess, a subjective term, but are enjoying some success.
Yeah, and if I could just add like one more thing, I would
Go
say
for it.
that like the hard truth is that no one owes you anything in music or in life. Maybe money if you loan someone money, but that's a different story.
Yeah.
So like if your song doesn't get the streams that you hoped it would, even if it's a great song, it's not because that people don't like it. People just may not have heard it. There's, like I said, there's just so much out there, and it's really hard to cut through the noise. So the only thing you can really do is just keep trying.
Yeah.
And don't get discouraged if something that you thought was going to pop off didn't pop off, because I know has happened to me hundreds of times with TikTok videos and songs alike. So yeah, just gotta keep pushing it.
Yes, sir. All right, Jordan, I won't hold you any longer. You got a very important call. Let me know how that goes, man. It was nice chilling with you, talking with you, man. We're gonna have to hang out once you come back in Champaign, but
yeah,
thank you
definitely.
for joining us. Let me go into the ending stream. Thank you everybody for watching. I think we have 2 top tier tracks that we're adding, Akil's and the one that sounded like a Gunna beat, but yeah, Prince Vaughn. But yeah, thank you everybody for submitting. Everybody who submitted will be put on our playlists. We have a submission playlist that we all will highlight everybody that's submitted here, and we have the top tier tracks for those people that got purple scores. But thank you everybody for watching, and we'll see you next week. Thank you very much. Peace, peace, peace.